my name is Miss Jessie. I'm a Youth Services Librarian here at the Clinton-Macomb Public Library, and today you're joining us for letter and number fun. So what I'm going to do today is I am going to show you how to make a couple different activities to be used to help children recognize those letters and numbers, especially in early child development. These activities the supplies are going to include many things you find around your home, and there's some toys that you'll even find around your home. All four of them are super simple and can be used with, I would say, as young as 2 years old, all the way up to an older child, depending on how you're going to use the activities. So next I'm going to show you the supplies you're going to need for each activity, along with we're going to go through how to make the activity and and different ways of using them. Okay, the first activity I have for learning, this one is for counting and in numbers, is called counting cups. So what you'll need is some type of, I'm just using dry beans here. They're big enough for small hands to pick up. Again, you can use any kind of household item that resembles this size, and they'll easily be able to put in a cup and count. Right here I have 10 cups, just small little cups, and a black permanent marker. So this part, the child's caregiver is going to need to do for the activity. So I'm actually just going to take each cup and I'm going to write a number on it going up to 10. So there's 1, 2, just line these up, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so I'm going to put these aside. I don't need my marker anymore. What you're going to do to help the child in counting is, oops, we're going to leave those where they were. I just want to make sure that the numbers can be seen pretty easily. So you have your beans here. So you'll probably want to start by giving them the child an example. So 1 bean goes in there, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. The activity is going to need to be pretty repetitive. So you will continue to show them over and over until they start figuring it out on their own. You could also, once they start kind of memorizing, I would show the child the number. Here's a number 1. We have 1 bean in the 1 cup. Here's a number 2. We have 2 beans that we're going to put in the 2 cup, and so on. Once the child starts sort of memorizing those numbers, you can change the activity and make it a little harder by telling the child that you would like them to find the 3 cup. Okay, here's the 3 cup. And now I'd like you to put 3 beans in the 3 cup. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So this is a quick and easy way to kind of show the child the number on the cup. That's a number 1, and show them the order of the cups, and then use those motor skills with their hands and count how many to put in each cup. Very fun and easy activity with items most of us have at home. Here are the supplies you will need for our next activity, which is block counting and block letters. So this little tower of Legos can be used for 2 very simple activities. I'm using Duplo Legos. You can also use the mega blocks. I wouldn't go any smaller than this because then the smaller Legos are more difficult for a young child to kind of break apart. These make it very easy for small hands. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a dry erase marker, and like I said, I have 10, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we got an extra one there. We want 9. So we have 9. And the first part we're going to do is numbers. So I'm actually just going to take my dry erase marker and I'm going to write 1 through 9 through the blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. We can add a 10 on there if you like. Let's go 10. All right, so we have 1 through 10 on there. Next, you're going to take, this is how we use these blocks in number recognition and counting. You're going to pull all of these blocks apart. Okay. And if you're in a very early stage of number recognition, I would start with showing going over the numbers with the child. So you're going to start with your number 1. You just kind of find the numbers. So we'll put those in order and just kind of, you'll show the child 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So once you've stacked it, and then you can, again, you want to continue to repeat so that the child starts to recognize these on their own through the pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once the child can recognize the numbers, then you can kind of turn it into a fun game. So you take all the Legos or the blocks and you move them around and shuffle them up. And then you can tell the child, okay, now you put the tower in order from 1 to 10. So this way it's fun because most children love building blocks, and they're also learning, and these are items that most people between the dry erase marker and Legos have in their home. Another activity you can do using these Legos is I'm just going to actually rub the numbers off these. It's very easy to do. And we're going to use them for letters. So we've taken all the numbers off and we're just going to build this back up. And you can just do it in short, if you even want to use 3 at a time and start with A, B, C. So we'll just take 3 off here and I'm going to write A, B, C. So A, B, C, okay? And again, going through the pattern with the child first, and then you can kind of mix them up and say, put them in order, A, B, C, okay? And then once the child starts recognizing the pattern, you could make the tower bigger, you could play a game, you could even use this with a child that's learning how to spell and write words. For example, let's just use the word mop, M-O-P. So you have mop, and which at this point a child will already recognize those letters, but you can start by spelling it M-O-P. This is also great for sight words that most children learn in kindergarten and early stages of early learning and literacy. So you can separate those again, move them around, and tell the child to spell mop. You could make this as easy or as difficult as you like, but again, it's a fun and easy way to get a child engaged in learning those letters and sounds, and you can also use this like up, showing each letter on the Lego. And as they pick up the Lego, they could also make that sound, ah. Okay, so that concludes the tutorial on how to use the letter number blocks. My last alphabet fun activity I have is one of my favorites. This is actually an alphabet sensory bin that we're going to create today. I have just a bin I found in my own home, and I have filled it with long grain rice. You can use pretty much any kind of rice you have in your home. Typically, if I am buying something, I'll go with a long grain rice. And then I have just a variety of letters inside here. You could do letters and numbers. Really, the options are sort of endless when it comes to making the sensory bin. Most of this, actually everything I have here, I have found in my own home. I have a variety of letters, as you can see. So I'm going to show you some of those letters and how to make this bin. You could also add different shapes or some kind of confetti inside here just to brighten it up with colors. So you're just going to take, I have a bunch of bigger letters. They're just these magnet letters that I'm using. And then I have, I'm not going to use all of these letters because it might fill up the bin a little too much. Put these in. I have a number of just different sizes. These are just, again, I found these in my home, craft beads that you make necklaces with. You can use anything, and I'm just going to dump those right in. So what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of mix it up and vary. Every child loves a treasure hunt. So this is a super fun way to get those sensories going, but also start teaching them early literacy with letters, letter recognition, spelling, sounds. Okay, so once you have your bin filled, your letters mixed up inside there, at this point you can start asking the child to look for things. If you want, you can start with the alphabet or one letter. Find me all of the A's that are in there, and then the child can start looking through. Here's an A, and they pull it out. Find me all of the A's. Or you might have to start with an example. Here is an A. Can you find me all of the A's? And just they can start looking through and digging for treasure in here. Another activity is once they've sort of mastered the letters, if you use A again, you can say A starts or makes the sound ah, ah. B, and just start going through and showing those sounds. The next part is maybe having them spell a word. Look for anything in this bin that can spell a word. So the child can start looking, okay, there's a C, and pull it out. Maybe they can find an A, any kind of A. So it's fun, and this is great. It teaches a lot of different components of language arts and early literacy and letter recognition, but it's a treasure hunt with sensory involved, so a child should have a lot of fun, and the activities are sort of endless. And like I said, you could use numbers in here if you have numbers. You could use shapes if you have a bunch of different shapes or colors. Whatever you would like to work on with the child, this is a great activity. Also, for the age group, it's very simple for a child to put together with you, so you can kind of pour the rice in together and feel the rice, and then just start adding in those components of your sensory bin. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.